So there I was, minding my own business. Unable to sleep. Completely unable to sleep, I might add. But at least we have video games.
I hear you're
coffee.
a bad motherfucker. I hope it's true.
Yeah, we are getting proper levels and screens, but let's turn the game down ever so slightly because we don't want that overriding my hilarious and effortlessly personable commentary. And obviously I'm live on Twitch as I record this, but given it's so early in the morning, I'm not anticipating that I'm going to have many people watching. So I'm expecting that this will be mostly viewed as part of the YouTube channel, which nobody really watches anyway. So basically what I'm saying is that nobody's going to see any of this. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, we're finally out of factories and office buildings and have a creepy apartment block to explore instead, which, you know, I'm cool with it. You know, I like it. I like the music. And I like exploring. Music is very unsettling. Just what you need at 8:15 in the morning. It's, I don't know. I stay up late to play video games and then I can't sleep because I've spent too much time playing video games. Oh, great, it's a heavy. Right up. Direct headshot, and it's just, ah! That stings slightly. Oh, we're already off to a great start. I'm fucking surrounded. Fucking got him. I finally figured out how to add like a list. Well, that was embarrassing. Of games I'm playing and that I would like to play. I was a little distracted there. Try this again. Oh fuck. Right there this time. I forgot what I was saying. Whatever. I haven't had any breakfast. At least you got that satisfying misty goodness. I love it. Defines the term corridor shooter, really. The absolute picture of a corridor FPS. Still remains one of the best ones, if not the best one. God damn it. Just getting naded. Can't go up there. So we'll explore a little more on this floor. Or lack thereof. In a bit. God damn it. It was a silly move, really. Let's try and get through this section a little smoother, shall we? Genuinely the most satisfying shotgun. Ooh, we got some remote bombs. They're not before immediately getting shot. Well, shit. Having to use medkits every time I find them because I keep taking loads of damage. Because I keep on getting blindsided by these replicas. So I'm going to try and... Oh, shit. Let's see if we can get a little bit of distance between us here. Have I been backed into a corner? No, I have not. Only barely, though. Be alright. I'll catch back up. No, I just saw one. There he is. My use of slow-mo is not excessive, it's appropriate. Don't at me. Okay, right. Now I know that the walker's coming. Surprised I forgot about that bit. My coffee's now at like room temperature. Well, that was a mistake. Gotta leave enough of a gap. To get a few hits in when you're obscured a little by corners. Yo, what the fuck? Ah! Got him. Well, much better that time. Hard mode, gang. This'll do, yeah. I don't want to use my particle cannon on these guys. Not that it'd feel like... It was put there for a reason, you know? Wrecked. I say that way too often. So am I meant to jump to street level or jump across? Well, let's try. Yeah. Jumping across seemed to be fine. Ooh, yeah, let's have the ASP. This one's my favorite. Medium to long range. That's what we like. I might have to switch back to the assault rifle. Oh. Fuck. This is getting pretty dicey. I'm gonna have to use excessive use of slow-mo reflexes. Ah, that's a relief. Getting health upgrades. And then obviously it regenerates your health to maximum when you pick one up. And I've got a nice few head kits. No upgrades for your fucking flashlight though, which only lasts for 30 seconds. Flashlight batteries will last for like 13 or 14 hours. You know, especially if you're using it as sparingly as you do in this game.
Is this who you're looking for? She smells nice.
Can't use your flashlight in this sequence. It sometimes happens. I don't know if if any of you have noticed while I've been playing. They really up the ante. We're definitely into the second half of this game. I don't know, I feel like I'm about a little over halfway through, but I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. I've been playing for like about 5 hours? And I think it took me about 8 or 9-ish hours to get through the game the first time I played it.
They're all over that area. Watch your back.
Yeah, TV displaying nothing but static. Oh, I was trying to look at it there. If you look at... Yeah, on this TV you can see Alma. Don't do a lot of fighting in the street in this game, but here we are. But you never have to shoot the driver. Is he just sat in the car still? Dunno. Accidentally pressing the melee key. My thumb is always like firmly over the space bar. Missed! Ah! Damn! That was stupid of me. Just going out in front of everybody. Like that. I know better than to do that. I think that guy's got a particle cannon. Yeah. Oh, he's got a rocket launcher. Even worse. Or even better, because I can have it off him. Oh shit! I haven't got any rounds left for the assault rifle. Whew, what a nightmare. Well, now I do. I always seem to be running out for the assault rifle, but not any of my other weapons. It's probably because it's the one I use the most. I am not concerned. Well, since this is one of the few moments of downtime in the entire fucking game. Good news is I'm still negative on the old lateral flow, so when my PCR results come in, hopefully later, they should corroborate that. And I do feel fine, so that's good. One thing about this game that I've realized as well is that there's no, like, wave defense sequences. There's no point where you have to hole up and defend somewhere. And there's those in, like, every other game. Especially of this era. There was entire game modes based around it. In a bit, guys. It's been real. There is actually another first-person shooter that was on the PlayStation 2 that I remember that was just called Black, which did actually have surprisingly impressive particle effects and shooting for a PS2 game. The issue was that that was it. You just shot things. It didn't have a story. There was no horror moments or anything like that. But the particle effects were really impressive for a PlayStation 2 game. I'm trying to remember if it came out. I think it must have come out at around the same time. But yeah, it usually got to the point where you'd start shooting down a hallway. And, like... Oh. Ah! Damn it. I started running the wrong way. I got distracted. But you'd start shooting down a hallway in this game, and then, you know, it would just get so full of, like, smoke and shrapnel that you just have to shoot at the enemy muzzle flashes until yours was the only one left. It was the only... This is the only other game I can think of that does that. I'm sure it's not the only one, though. But it was only available on the PlayStation 2, and it's never been remastered or ported, which means that I would have to buy a copy for the PlayStation 2 and emulate it, and that could cause all sorts of problems, especially if I'm trying to record the screen and stream it. I'm amazed I managed to get through all 3 of the Silent Hill games, because Silent Hill 2 and 3, quite early PlayStation 2 games, you know, 01 and 03 respectively, but they still had, you know, some problems. I realized going back and looking at my footage for Silent Hill 3 and comparing it to, you know, Let's Plays and streams I've seen of other people doing it, that it didn't load any of the pre-rendered cutscenes. Now, fortunately, there are basically none. Most of the cutscenes in Silent Hill 3 are in-engine. Which means I actually didn't really notice. But there was a little Easter egg that referenced back to the first game. That I didn't see because that was a pre-rendered out-of-engine cutscene. So I just never saw it. I've seen it now. I looked it up, but I didn't even realize it was there. It just loaded a black screen and it played the audio. And what I don't know is if there was like a scratch on the disc I was using that was causing a problem there, or if it was to do with the emulation. Now, I think it's the latter, because I couldn't see anything visible on my copy of the game. Just been down here, haven't I? Oh, I think I need to jump on here and then... Oh, no. No, I do not. Well, I'm just confused now. Oh, there we go. Occam's razor and that. Simplest solution is usually the best. Ooh, fuck. Particle effects, man. They add so much to these games. You know, we take it for granted. This game is art, man. See, there's one thing I do quite like about those secrets as well, is that there's no counter or indicator. There's no, like, end-of-level summary which tells you how many of them you found and how many of them you missed. It's just something that rewards you for exploring. It puts you in the game world, and you're virtually in control of it the entire time. Almost the only sequences where you're not are on the helicopter. And there are a few cutscenes, but there really aren't many. And that was totally lost in F.E.A.R 2 and 3, where they added loads and loads of cutscenes in F.E.A.R 2. And F.E.A.R 3 had bookend cutscenes at the beginning and end of every single level, which were just all spectacle. Which is bizarre, because I was doing a bit of reading about F.E.A.R 3, you know, when I was considering if I wanted to play through the whole series. Have I been this way? Am I backtracking by mistake? I'm actually not sure. No, I'm not, because I'm on the other side of that thing. Anyway, the cutscenes in F.E.A.R 3 were directed by John Carpenter. Now, John Carpenter's made a lot of movies that I really like. And I mean a lot of movies that I really like. Some of my all-time favorites. And I was just baffled because the cutscenes in F.E.A.R 3 are terrible. They add nothing. But I don't think that's down to him. I don't think that's down to, you know, the man himself. I think it's probably down more likely to, you know, he was, you know, just the material he was given to work with his direction, because, you know, it's very different if he was given complete creative freedom, which I seriously doubt, because no one person really gets that when it comes to making video games. Oh, hey, Sam. Didn't see your comments there. Yeah. Did you not know that he directed the cutscenes in F.E.A.R 3? Yeah, they're just dog shit. But I don't think that's down to him. And a comic book writer, I think he did some X-Men comics and stuff, called Steve Niles. He wrote the game's script and story. Now, the stories in these games have never been that good. Why is it you always pipe in and watch my streams when I'm complaining about the other F.E.A.R games? Maybe that's... Maybe that's what I need to spend more time doing on my stream. I often feel like I'm just ranting to the void. You know, and then here comes Squitsy. Your boy. Yeah. What's your favorite John Carpenter film, then? I actually even like Escape from LA, to be honest. Like, that is a weird film and a bizarre sequel, but I still think it's really funny. Yeah, man, the thing hits so hard. It fucking fucks that film. I might need to, like, put an age restriction on my channel, because I'm swearing and playing lots of violent video games. Anyway, yeah, Escape from New York is definitely the better of the two movies. I do think Escape from LA is really good, though. And Kurt Russell's just such a great leading man, you know? Personally, I've always had a soft spot for Halloween. But I think The Thing is, like, his masterpiece.
She's close now. Her presence is strong here.
Yeah, They Live is a laugh. I'm not sure if it's great or terrible, but it I don't know. People have been analyzing that film for a really long time. And it's weird because, like, almost nothing happens in it. For a film about a pair of magic sunglasses. But I fucking laughed so hard the entire time during that. They redid all the effects. I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever watched it in the remastered variant. It's been a couple of years since I watched it. Wow! I was on, like, full health. What the fuck? Woo! It's because I got no ammo for this gun, so I've not really got anything meaningfully long range apart from the particle cannon, and I'm trying to save it for the heavies. All right, I'll check it out. I actually managed to get hold of some edits, like, of the old Star Wars movies, the original trilogy, before they added all the new effects and stuff to there, and sort of jigged around the scenes. You know, like, obviously the most famous one is Greedo and Han Solo in the canteen, in the Mos Eisley canteen. But also, you know, the bit with Jabba the Hutt and stuff like that. The Mike O'Shea spin-off. Yeah, I'd watch that. I would watch that. Did you ever play the Thing game? I might do a stream for that. It's actually not terrible. It's not particularly good, don't get me wrong, but it isn't terrible. I was surprised that it isn't as shit as I was led to believe. It still isn't. It's not going to blow anyone's socks off, but it was quite a nice idea for
Patrol cars are approaching from the west.
a game.
I had a feeling this situation is about to blow up.
I'll see if I can get it working, because I know the PC version's, again, not been remastered or updated, so I'm going to probably have to piss around to get it working on Windows 10. Maybe I should just get a fucking PC with all the best components, but just have it running on, like, Windows 98 or something, so I can play everything pre-2007 without as much difficulty. Yo, what the fuck? There you are. Got him. Yeah, so in the Thing video game, you're basically playing as a special forces team that goes to the base to kind of try and find out what happened. And, you know, the Thing is still there and blah, 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 blah. But you've got to, like, recruit soldiers and medics and engineers on the base. And they may or may not actually be the Thing, like infected with the Thing or whatever. So it's like, it's got that element of, you know, you can't trust everyone or anyone. It's a bit naff, but it was an interesting idea for a video game based on the Thing, you know?
Get some backup over here.
Just isn't a particularly good shooter, and the story's whatever. I don't like that it's a direct follow-up to the film. I think it probably would have made more sense to just have an original, like a more original story and setting, but I don't know what else they were going to do, I suppose. But it's like, you know, the film came out in like 1982 and the game came out in like, what, 2005? Probably the same year as this one. I might see if I can track down a copy. Might be a fun one to do for the stream. I have an admittedly short list of games I want to play for this channel. Honestly, I think the original Halloween is a classic. I think if you've watched a lot of horror films, especially like the sort of slashery films, you'll probably find that it's probably going to come across as really hackneyed and cliched. And I think that it's because it was the first film that did a lot of those things. But it's just the slow burn pacing of it is so effective. And the acting's really good, and yeah, I wouldn't bother with any of the sequels. Like, if you're going to, maybe watch Halloween 2, which is okay, not great, but okay. But But yeah, I definitely think the original Halloween is really, really a classic. The special effects and stuff like that are, by comparison, very tame. But it's like, for a film about, you know, a masked knife-wielding guy in a jumpsuit that stalks and murders babysitters, it's... Oh, fuck, another one. It's far better than a film with that premise deserves to be. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely a film that stood the test of time. And, you know, the horror trope of the final girl. Not sure if it's the first film to do that or not, but Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode remains probably one of the best uses of that cliche. Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China is really, really good. Yeah, a lot of his films.
Go check it out. All right.
Oh, that did not do what I hoped it would. A lot of his films, like, received all their critical acclaim later, though, didn't they? You know, people didn't like them in the first instance a lot of the time. That was definitely true of The Thing and of They Live. But I think a highly influential, you know, science fiction and horror film director.
Get down.
Yeah, exactly. Well, The Thing itself is a remake. So calling it John Carpenter's The Thing made a lot of sense to distinguish it from the book it's based on, which had a different title, which I think was called Who Goes There? Might be a short story rather than a novel. I haven't read it. And then there was a 1950s film called The Thing from Another World. Yeah, well, it worked for Hideo Kojima, so... And it worked for Lara Croft. Ooh, my. I've still got plenty of ammo for this, so I'm going to hang on to it. Because it's basically the harpoon gun, but better. I'd have loved to have seen what Kojima did with the Silent Hill franchise. Especially with Guillermo del Toro's involvement. Like, it didn't seem like they were super excited about working with that particular intellectual property as much as they were excited about working together on making a scary video game. But, you know, some new blood is maybe what Silent Hill needed. Like, the franchise is all but dead now, unfortunately. And I've played all the best ones. I didn't go past Silent Hill 3, but some people have told me that Silent Hill 4 is worth playing, but I'm not convinced I'm going to do it.
This is Baby Bear. Medevac just got here. Glad to hear it. Thanks for the help. Wish I could have done more. Kick some ass.
Yeah. But, you know, the game we did get, I'm going to be honest, I thought Death Stranding was really good. And I just liked that it... Oh, I've just gone backwards. I did really like that it tried to do something genuinely really different. It didn't all work out. The story has a lot of heart, but it is very dumb. But I still was very moved by it, and I did love the ending. Fuck. Yeah, I feel the same way about Del Toro and his idea for the Hobbit films. Because oops, he had like. Am I even supposed to do this? I think I am. Yeah. Because originally there was going to be 2 films, and he was going to direct them, like, because he was Peter Jackson's first choice, but we don't know why he left the project. But in interviews, he seems really sad about it. Yeah, exactly, and the results were just dire. I didn't like the Hobbit trilogy. It just seemed like a lot of wasted potential. Ah, this door was locked from the other side. Resident Evil has entered the chat. I mean, The Lord of the Rings didn't exactly have an easy production schedule. He was shooting all 3 of those movies at the same fucking time. In 1999 as well. Yeah, probably one of the best special edition DVDs ever. Yeah, I decided not to talk too much over the scary bits. Figured that might... I don't know. I've played this game before, so I kind of know what all of its tricks are, but it still remains a classic.
I want you out of there as soon as you got Wade and the girls. Get them back to base so I can...
And what's great is, even though they're heavily scripted, the camera doesn't force you to look at the scary stuff. So you can miss it. And sometimes some of my most memorable moments in the game are when I've been playing it, and... Oh, nice. Is I've been playing it, and it's gone past so quickly, I'm not sure if I saw anything at all. We'll come back to that one in just a second. Let's have a quick look around for some goodies. There's an alternative way. Speedrun strats. I wonder what the speedrunning community for this game is like. Or if there even is one. I don't think there are, like, any games I could confidently speedrun. Like, competitively, anyway. No, I don't think you're supposed to use grenades on anything. I maybe you wouldn't use the that particular phraseology. Not the worst idea I've ever heard. Oh.
Everybody take cover.
I don't think they ever fully explain why the security guards are like are coming after you.
He's here.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Oh, fuck. God damn it! My favorite's the, my favorite's when you shoot at the windows. Sniper?
Do something about him.
He's here.
Nice.
Get out of there.
The security guards just don't have as much character as the replicas. God damn it. Okay, let's try this slightly differently.
He's over here.
Take cover.
Like the music of napalm death.
Down.
Do something about him.
Go see what it was.
Finished fighting these guys. I need more time.
What? Get misted! Alright. Oh shit.
All right.
Oh shit. Yeah, it was Warner Brothers.
Get out of there. Move.
Fuck. Ooh. I should pick up one of their submachine guns. That's probably going to be better for in this area. Because they're kicking my ass here. I think originally the sequel wasn't going to be called F.E.A.R 2. Because they had the license to the characters and concepts, but not to the name. So it was just going to be called Project Origin. But they called it F.E.A.R 2 instead. F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin. Because they actually wound up getting the rights to the name back.
I'm not finished fighting these crimes. I need more time.
You know when I said I would pick up one of their weapons? And I just didn't do that. I should do that now. Oh, they got the same guns as me. So why have I not been picking up any fucking ammo?
He's here.
Oh, hey. How you doing? You okay, buddy? I'm just struggling to get my head around how they were managed to achieve all of this in 2005. I guess that's just the power of PC gaming, you know? Doesn't have the same limitations.
Move in.
This game did come out for consoles later, though. No idea how they managed it. It probably didn't run great.
Norton, do you really think you can get rid of the evidence by shredding documents and wiping hard drives? Genevieve Aristide dug her own grave, and she's going to have to make herself comfortable in it. Don't be a fucking lapdog and jump in after her.
He's over here.
Look at this chaos, honestly. I think I got this game in a Humble Bundle in, like... I'm not sure. I guess I could check my purchase history on Steam. But it was like F.E.A.R 2 and 3 in a bundle, and they added F.E.A.R 1 to it later. Because you can't buy F.E.A.R 1 by itself on Steam anymore. You have to buy the complete collection, which is like 35 quid or something. You can get it on GOG for a tenner. And that's... I'm playing it on the Steam version now, but generally speaking, I'd recommend people play it on GOG because I don't really feel like it's actually particularly worth playing 2 and 3, and even if you want to, it's not actually any less expensive to just buy them both later, if you do wind up enjoying the first one. I was very, very disappointed by the first, by the sequel.
This way. Need reinforcements.
How many fucking reinforcements do you need?
Grenade.
He's coming! What good are you jack-offs? Forget this. The vault is open. Let's finish what we came for.
Move up.
Ah! God, I'm on such little health right now. Yeah, those aren't just bullet holes.
He's over here.
Slightly better.
He's here! Get us some backup!
No backup is coming, bruh.
Help me!
I don't know why they added a talk function. Maybe it's for cheats. Do you remember when games had cheats?
I found some more information on Origin. The prototypes were created from a genetic library. I think that's just a euphemism for somebody's DNA. There's no indication of who the lucky son of a bitch was, but I'm guessing Ireland Wade since he started the program.
I wonder what's going to happen when I go up to this. Oh, they just produced it again from scratch. That's smart. I mean, you can... Original film negatives have like an infinite resolution. So you can basically upscale like old movies infinitely. It actually future-proofs films better than filming on digital cameras does. Which is why directors like Quentin Tarantino, Christopher Nolan, they still shoot on, you know, like 20mm film or something. Come off it. Ugh. Yeah. Machine learning. It's crazy, honestly.
He's over here!
Oh really? They got your boy Dean back in. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that is very cool. So it says your objective is always just some variation on kill Paxton. A slightly annoying and overused trope of kill the guy in charge and all of his men won't be a problem anymore.
Just doing my job, and I'm doing what has to be done.
I'll see if I can find a way of watching it. Well, if it's out there, there's a way of watching it. Like, you know, like with the old Star Wars films. I'm gonna have to go there eventually, but let's go talk to Norton.
Fuckhead. He locked you out. The only way in is to divert power to the door.
It's that age-old trope of in first-person shooter video games with no cutscenes where people have conversations behind fucking impenetrable glass windows so that you can't interact with them. Which doesn't really matter because it's not like you can kill the NPCs in this game anyway. Just 1 second. I think these are the toughest versions of the replicas now that we're up against. Got him. Right, okay. Now this is a weapon. Yeah, the ragdoll physics in this game are hilarious. It's just a really fun game to play. Despite such a gloomy atmosphere. Yeah, you know what? I bet they have. There is a very small but very committed fan base to this game. And I am a part of it. So I do wonder if there's like updated textures and shaders. The thing that I think would be a concern is how it interacts with the lighting, because the lighting is what... I mean, look at these shadows.
Well, Fennel wasn't made from Harlan Wade's DNA. There's an email from Wade about the subject being in an induced coma. Those ATC security goons killed Bishop because somebody didn't want this getting out. They aren't just worried about some ethically questionable bioengineering experiments. I think they're covering up some pretty nasty shit.
I think they're covering up some pretty nasty shit, says Betters, or whatever his name is. Agent Mulder, anyway. Oh, my shoulders. Wow, I'm all the way back here? It'll be fun.
Well, Fettel wasn't made from Harlan Wade's DNA. There's an email from Wade about the subject being in an induced coma. Those ATC security goons killed Bishop because somebody didn't want this getting out. They aren't just worried about some ethically questionable bioengineering experiments. I think they're covering some pretty nasty shit.
Just jumping down pitfalls like a fucking idiot. Damn. I actually did a quick save a little closer to the thing this time, though, so that was okay. Me. Ah, Turok. What a quality game. Man, if every game had as good a weapon as the cerebral bore. I mean, how many games can reasonably boast that you can run around and shoot dinosaurs and are also good? You know, you're basically talking about Dino Crisis 1 and 2 and the Turok games. I don't know, the rebooted Turok and Turok Evolution aren't very good. But Turok 1 through 3 are good games.
Genetic reference used for the program is apparently powerful. Makes sense. If you want a telepathic commander, you need a telepath. Anna was a woman. It says here she gave live birth to the prototypes. Seems Wade wasn't convinced the
psychic characteristics were genetic. He figured there was a better chance that he passed along the dying subject. So they put her in a coma, made her carry a genetically engineered baby to term, then induced labor. It's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, it's by no means a bad game, and it ain't even the worst Turok game. That, in my opinion, goes to the self-titled one, which I thought was dire. Just another Space Marine Mohawk dude. And his name is Joe. Or something. Joe Turok. Which irks me. It irks me greatly. Oh wait, I've already... No, I haven't done this one. Oh, I see. I understand now. Oh, baby, a puzzle! Turok 2, I think, is my favorite. I don't think that's a hot take. I feel like that's an ice-cold, freezing cold take. Alright, now I think I'm done here, so let's go back. Yeah, but playing it on PC. Wonder how easy it is to get those games running on Windows 10. Great, these dickheads. Well... There are GOG versions. Well, good. That doesn't necessarily mean that they work, but it does mean that they've been archived in such a means where you can play them legally, you know. Well, that's probably fine then. Maybe I'll add those to the list. I've got a few games I'm going to get through first, though. It's going to be a chunky list. I've had a couple of people request I play through the Half-Life games, which feels like an odd choice because everybody's already played those to death, but I might still do it. I actually played through Half-Life 1 again quite recently. What am I doing in here, then? Oh, I see now. I understand. Yeah, and there is no harm in it. You're absolutely right, and there's no reason not to go back and play genuinely a couple of my favorite games of all time, is there? Especially with renewed popularity in the first game because of Black Mesa. I don't know, maybe Half-Life Source would be a fun one to do, even though it's pretty uniformly considered to be crap.
Two new messages. First message from Genevieve Aristide. Harlan, it's Genevieve. Listen, I understand your feelings, I really do. But this is no time for sentimentality. If Origin is uncovered, every single one of us will burn for it.
I've completed Black Mesa, but I haven't live streamed it.
Don't you think? Next message from
I played it just after I broke up with my last girlfriend, and I was better by the end.
apology, then I apologize. I was wrong. You were right. In any case, I want to be sympathetic, but the situation is urgent. I'm sending Mapes to take care of things since you seem reluctant to do what needs to be done. I hope you confide it in yourself to assist him. End of messages.
Was that all there is to this room, then? Oh, no, there's a ladder. Here we go. I blitzed through it in like 2 days. I played like 14 hours of it or something in 2 or 3 days. It was just... It did. Oh. I didn't necessarily love all the changes, but it was really, really cool to explore those environments again, so faithfully recreated in, you know, with updated graphics, high-res textures, and the in the Source engine. Monolith? Monolith, they've been making Lord of the Rings games. I don't know if you played Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, but they made those. I don't know what they're up to at the minute. They do nothing quickly, though. I did play Half-Life 1 as a kid on easy, to be fair. And I'm not convinced I ever finished Zen, because I didn't like it. But the Zen levels in Black Mesa are well good, by comparison. I don't know about smashing it. I mean, Shadow of Mordor, I thought, despite its awful title, was a really good game. I thought Shadow of War was okay, but its story was dismal. But I do love the combat and the AI in that game. The Nemesis system is genuinely genius. And it works really well in both games. So I do recommend people play them, especially now that they've removed all of the funny microtransaction-y bullshit from Shadow of War. You've got to do this again.
You still don't know, do you? What you are.
Oh.
What's the first thing you remember? What's your given name? Where were you born? You have no history.
Yeah, that's because I'm a nameless, silent protagonist of a first-person shooter video game.
You and I were born from the same mother. You must have sensed it. She cannot see in your mind, but perhaps you can see into hers. From one nightmare, only to find herself in another. I will set her free.
Unfortunately, Alice didn't make it. But we've killed Paxton. So you know what that means? What do you think is going to happen to the replicas when they've not got any orders? You can see, if you look closely, they're still moving. They're still breathing. Feels a little cruel now. Anyway, we're right at the end, so I think I'm just going to go for the end here. Yeah, I haven't read anything about Warner Brothers games specifically in quite some time. The impression I was under was that they were doing not so good. Their games hadn't been selling or reviewing particularly well for a while. They haven't had like a real smash since they did the Batman games, I don't think. Well, I don't know, Shadow of War was successful, wasn't it? The Mordor game.
No life signs detected.
She died 6 days after we pulled the plug.
Release sequence complete.
This is how it ends.
So Harlan's dead, Paxton's dead, and Alma is pissed as fuck. Yeah, I mean, I've been a huge fan of Mortal Kombat for a while. I was actually watching some of the reference footage for Mortal Kombat 3, where they got actors to dress up in the costumes and do the moves. It's pretty amazing to watch. Oops. Yeah, I was seeing the same for the original Max Payne, so watching Sam Lake run around with his leather jacket and his little toy gun, like trying to reload it and dropping the magazine and stuff is pretty funny. I've just gone around in a circle, haven't I? Yeah, man. You know the guy that's Jax? The guy with the robot arms, right? That's really how big he is. They just painted his arms for the reference. But he's really that big. The guy is a tank. Or at least he was in 1995 when that game was being developed. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat 10. I mained Cassie because I loved the cheap shot ability where she just haymakers people in the nuts. Yeah. I didn't play Mortal Kombat 11, but I just got put off by all the microtransactions. So I didn't bother buying the game. It's one of the reasons I mostly stream old games like this, because it's got none of that bullshit. I can just play the game from start to finish, or I can enjoy the multiplayer as a complete package, you know? It doesn't feel like... Yeah. People who are watching are going to get an enjoyable experience, hopefully, of the game as well, because I can show them all the content there is to see. Yeah. Yeah. It's been that fighting games have been hit extremely hard. Me and my older brother Kiefer, we used to play a lot of Soul Calibur. We were really, really good at Soul Calibur 3. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. But yeah, he used to play Cervantes. And I was... Seong Mina, I think, was my choice of character. And he used to fucking wipe the floor with me. I did occasionally beat him, but he was just... Oh. He knew all the combos for that character. Yeah. As a kid, though, it was Tekken 3. And I always used to play as Hwoarang and Yoshimitsu. Yeah, never played Dead or Alive. Oh, what was the one where you could turn into monsters and things? Primal Raw or something? Tekken 7. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out then. I love the Tekken games. Again, especially Tekken 3. Get on those multiplayer leaderboards. Yeah.
He's alive. I just picked up his signal. If you can hear me, get to high ground. A chopper is standing by.
But if it's really that inexpensive, then you could buy like a complete or deluxe edition normally for not that much as well. It's one of the reasons I never got into Rainbow Six Siege. Really isn't kind to beginners, that game. Oh, shit. Get me out the fucking pistol! Ugh. I don't know, I think they're just capitalizing on the name a little bit. Like,
You can hear me. Get to high ground. A chopper is standing by.
I really love the idea behind it, but the implementation is it's just Overwatch. And Overwatch is one of the best games I've ever hated. It's like Counter-Strike and Overwatch had a love child. Yeah. Like, Overwatch looks great, I love the characters, the balance is like on point, but the community's horrendous. There's no point trying to play that game competitive. So I just stay in casual servers. And I don't think I'm ever, fuck. Bollocks. I don't think I'm ever gonna buy a game from Activision Blizzard ever again.
He's alive. I just picked up his signal. If you can hear me, get to high ground. A chopper is standing by.
For lots of reasons, obviously. But just all of the news we've been hearing about them recently, like, I just feel a little bit... Nah, man. And I used to love StarCraft and Warcraft 3. Yeah, I'd love that as well, but I also doubt it, because Call of Duty has a huge casual fan base. Of filthy casuals. They always, like, break records and shit, though. I forgot for a second I could use slow. Oh, shit! Fuck. I've never been a huge fan of Call of Duty anyway. I think the last one I played seriously was like Modern Warfare 2 or something. I was kind of tired of it by then. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it in that, but also don't buy games from Activision. It's a shame, because I fucking love Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, that game kicked my ass. I got all 3, like, platinum trophies for Crash Bandicoot, you know, the Insane trilogy. I barely even got to the end of the main missions in Crash 4. Ah! I know Elliot's been playing it.
I've tried to forget. I've tried so hard to forget.
Oh. Just get fucking insta-killed by Alma there. Yeah, that game is lethal. It's so hard.
I've tried to forget. I've tried so hard to forget. You were born here, in this place. I was there.
You will be a god among men. Take her back to the vault.
I'm using my phone as to monitor the comments, and I was trying to figure out if that was popcorn. No, I can see the emojis. I just couldn't see them from over here. Ruin it with a loading screen.
There he is.
I don't know how you lived through that. We still don't know the extent of the damage.
We haven't been able to get through to anyone since the explosion. What about Alma? What happened to her? What was that sound?
So yeah, that's F.E.A.R. F.E.A.R. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed watching. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna do the sequels, honestly. I'll think about it. You know. I haven't exactly made my mind up. But there's no shortage of other games to play. So yeah, it might be Alone in the Dark next. Or I might do the Blade Runner game. I've been meaning to play that for quite a while, so that might be a good one for the stream. But that's another really old one, so that might be a bit of a nightmare to get running, to get working in OBS, because it's older than DirectX 8. But yeah, we'll see. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. I am going to stitch together all of the parts of this stream and go start rendering that so that it can go on the YouTube channel. And you, Sam, thanks so much for joining in. And you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go and have some breakfast. And I may be online again later, depending on if I get my PCR results. Because if I get them and I am COVID negative, which I'm anticipating I am, by the way, because I feel fine and I've had 2 negative lateral flows in a row. But I'm still waiting on those results before I go outside. And if it is negative, I am probably going to go out and get very, very drunk indeed. So maybe it won't. Maybe I'll come back and stream while I'm drunk out of my mind. Who knows? Oh, I'm backwards. I've only just realised that. Pray for negative. Enjoy the rest of your day, Sam. I'll tell Elliot you said hi.